Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Coinbase. It is time for another update, and on the long time frame we have been tracking two main scenarios. Now we have the yellow scenario that suggests that we completed here a 5-wave move to the upside in a leading diagonal, completing a wave 1, and in this case we would now be looking for a pretty significant correction here in a wave 2 that would most likely reach the area between the $161 level down to the $55 level at the 78.6% retracement, and then we can look for support and find a reversal to the upside in a very strong to follow third wave. Then we have the white interpretation that still allows continuation even within the current large wave, but in this scenario we have a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, a third wave up that is still developing, and then we would be looking for another 4-5 pattern. But even within this third wave, and let me mention, this white scenario would be an impulse that we would be tracking, but even within this large third wave we still need to build a last fifth wave to actually have a full count in this scenario. And within this interpretation we have here a diagonal pattern developing in the wave 5 of the wave 3, where we had a wave 1 complete, a wave 2 complete, third wave up, fourth wave possibly complete here, and now we would be looking for a fifth wave to the upside. For this wave 4 and for this scenario to work out, we do have to hold the 61.8% retracement here at the $266 level, and as long as that holds we can track direct continuation within this fifth wave that would complete a larger fifth wave that would complete a larger wave 3. And while keeping this in mind, this white scenario is still possible, but we have to be very careful of the yellow interpretation, because even if we didn't manage to necessarily form a significant low after completing here this fourth wave, we still can assume and count a 5-wave move correction here to the downside, where we had a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, third wave down, fourth wave up, and then the fifth wave, a very short fifth wave, but still nonetheless a fifth wave, completing possibly either a larger wave 1 or a larger wave A to the downside. And in this case we would have to ideally hold, for this interpretation in yellow to work out, we would have to hold the resistance, or more likely the resistance between the $342 up to the $406 would have to hold the price and create the reversal to the downside in the continuation that could very likely be even a third wave that could push us very strongly and very directly even down to the support zone in one go. Now it wouldn't necessarily be a straight line like this, but it would be quite impulsive in the interpretation of a 1, 2, 3 movement to the downside. Now in the shorter time frame we can still track, as I was saying, as long as we stay above the $266 level, we can still track the idea of a fifth wave that is to follow here to the upside. Now this would build within an ABC pattern, and within this ABC pattern we could see within the A wave either a 5-wave move, but it could also develop as a 3-wave move. So that is a negative of tracking a diagonal structure, but that is what we have at hand. And for now I would rather be inclined to building a 5-wave move. And even though we didn't manage to hold the support that I provided in the previous video for a 1-2 setup, we still managed to push quite significantly higher in a third wave to the upside. It's one of the few times that the support zone did not hold, but we still managed to find a reaction here to the upside. Now that is fine, completely fine. We even exceeded quite significantly the ideal target for a wave 3, and that would have been at the 138.2% extension, and in this case we are heading towards the 200% extension. But keep in mind, this is a clear 3-wave move within the wave 1, and in this case I would be tracking a leading diagonal within the A wave, and in that case I would also expect to find a 3-wave move also within the 3rd wave. And assuming that this is the A wave up, the B wave down, and now we are looking for the wave C, I would expect the wave C to reach the ideal target, or not necessarily expect, I would like the wave C to reach the ideal target at the 100% extension at the $355 level. Now I have to say, this wave C looks complete. Technically, I don't see a need for additional highs within it, but I could even argue that it would even another high, so from here a 1, 2, a 3rd wave up, still ongoing, and then another 4 or 5 would still be fine. That would still be able to count within the wave C. But before we talk about that, I want to mention, right now we are in a pretty strong and decisive uptrend. If it decides to push directly higher, it is possible. It could turn out to be that this was just a large 1-2 setup, and then here we had a series of 1-2, 1-2 setups, and now we are in a very strong 3rd wave to the upside, line go up, very nice. Nothing to say about that. But I wouldn't have an area for entry to give to you in that case, and that is unfortunate, but I don't necessarily recommend entering such an active uptrend, especially because this could really be a top that is quite very much near completion within this wave C. We even have divergence where this was a 3rd wave top. We could have here the 5th wave to complete it. I could still see another 4 or 5 to be honest, but it's not what I would focus on. Now, if I were to look at that, it is the 5-minute time frame, so not the most reliable, but I would be looking for support in the area between the $344 down to the $336. But what I really want to focus on is more on the larger time frame, in the idea that this 3rd wave could have completed here, and even though, yeah, I know it is still ongoing, and the support zone may move a bit once it is actually complete, but I would like to still provide an overall support zone for the 4th wave that would follow, based on the current top within the wave 3. Now, if this 3rd wave top pushes higher, we would need to adjust the support zone based on that level. But for now, we would be looking for support in this wave 4 between the $337 down to the $314 level. And then, yeah, we can look for support and still a reversal, possibly completing here an A wave up, and then we would have a pretty decent setup with an AB setup that would be pretty much identical in this case to a 1-2 setup, since it is following a 5-wave move, which suggests trend continuation after the correction in a 3-wave structure. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.